Now that you have come together, you would want to start a family as soon as possible, and to that end various techniques exist to know when to have the sexual intercourse in order to get pregnant. Everybody knows about so-called fertile days. Those would be the number of days after the start of menstruation. Each woman should know when that is. Each woman is a special case. However, in most cases, given that a period is say 28 days, the fertile days, the days when the new egg is hatched from the surface of one of the ovaries, should be somewhere from the 7th day up to the 14th day of menstruation. So, when that time comes, the partners should get together and have the intercourse day after day in order to make the thing happen. However, that is not the end of the story. Given that each woman has a regular menstrual cycle, this simple strategy would mean that every woman could become pregnant whenever she wanted or whenever they wanted. However, that is not the end of the story, because the spermatozoid still needs to get into the egg. There is a time when the egg can be impregnated. That depends on the cycle of the sun and the moon, and that can be easily seen from the natal chart. We shall see how to compute that cycle in a minute, but suffice to say that these two cycles, fertile days when there is something to impregnate, and the cycle of the sun and the moon when it is possible to impregnate, if there is something, these two cycles rarely coincide. So it is quite rare a situation that a woman gets pregnant. Now let's have a look at one chart. This is a chart of a famous woman, famous tennis player, Anna Ivanovic. Where is the sun in her chart? It is this pictogram here. This is the sun. And where is the moon? The moon is here. The sun in Scorpio and the moon in the sign of Taurus. There is a certain degree between the sun and the moon. In this case, we shall imagine that this is the opposite point of the sun, and this moon, which is going on this way, this moon has just been, perhaps a day before she was born, in direct opposition against the sun. We know when that is. It is called the full moon. So we can look at the skies and say, okay, 1 day or 2 days or 3 days after the full moon, you should also get together and have sex in an organized manner in order to increase the chance of getting pregnant. This configuration happens 13 times each year. So if we wanted to find out when will that be, wherever we want to know, we can have a look and change the chart. For instance, let us now go to year 2010 and see what would be favorable days for impregnation, say in November 2010. The sun and the moon are together, so it's not what we want. And now we shall move for several days. Notice how the moon is going very fast. When the moon is opposed to the Sun, it is the full moon, and several degrees after that, and we know exactly when that is, several degrees after that it would be practically the same position as was in the natal chart. So one favorable day for her would be the 22nd of November 2010. So in this way we can compute for each month in advance, and it is a bit tiresome, but that's what astrologers do, and it is not all that difficult to make a piece of software that would do that for you. That's the big secret. Fertile days are not sufficient, and also can be in a favorable position totally outside of those fertile days. So when a woman says, okay, I got pregnant 2 days before the menstruation or on the 4th day of menstruation, that's because there was some egg waiting there, laying there, hatching out or whatever, and the sperm came in, and the two got together, and the egg was impregnated, and so on. So the pregnancy could start. So this is the way astrologers can predict what are the favorable times in each successive month in order to increase the chance of getting pregnant as fast as possible.